Clotilde. You know, when Boudreaux was a little boy going to school, there was this bully at school that picked on him all the time. His name was Clarence. And every day, when Clarence would pick on him, little Thibodeaux, that's what they called the little boy, little Thibodeaux. Little Thibodeaux would yell back at Clarence. He said, Clarence, one of these days I'm going to grow up and I'm going to be bigger than you and I'm going to teach you a lesson, Clarence. I'm going to kick you behind. I'm going to get even with you, Clarence. Every day, little Thibodeaux would tell him that. In fact, one day Clarence's family moved across the bayou. Y'all know what a bayou is? You know the water? Okay. Well, they moved across Bayou Lafourche to the other side. And when they moved across there, every day after school, little Thibodeaux would come out and stand on the edge of Bayou Lafourche and he'd yell across that bayou, hey, Clarence, this Boudreaux, I can't see you, but I know you can hear me, Clarence. One of these days, I'm going to grow up and I'm going to be bigger than you and I'm going to get across this bayou and I'm going to teach you a lesson, Clarence. Every day, little Thibodeaux would do that. In fact, when Boudreaux grew up and married his wife, Clotilde, they built them a house right on the edge of Bayou Lafourche so that every morning and every evening, Boudreaux could come out and stand on his front porch and yell across that bayou, hey, Clarence, this Boudreaux, I grew up. I'm bigger than you now, Clarence. I can't see you, but I know you can hear me. And one of these days, I'm going to get across this bayou and I'm going to teach you a lesson, Clarence. I'm going to get even with you. Every day, Boudreaux would yell that across that bayou. Well, one day, Clotilde came home from shopping. She said, hey, Shaq, they're building a bridge across Bayou Lafourche. Now you can get across that, teach Clarence that lesson. Boudreaux said, I'm going to did that me. So sure enough, as soon as they finished building that bridge, Boudreaux headed out that front door. He went down there to that bridge. He walked halfway across the bridge. He turned around. He came back down the bridge. He walked back to his house. He sat down at the table with a pen and paper, started writing. Clotilde said, hey, Shaq, I thought you was going to go across that bridge and teach Clarence that lesson. He said, nah. He said, I'm writing a letter to the State Highway Department to thank them for the sign at the top of that bridge. It says Clarence, 11 feet 6 inches. He's still bigger than me. In fact, let me tell you one more thing that happened to Boudreaux when he was little Thibodeaux. One day, the social worker came to his house and she knocked on the door and little Thibodeaux answers the door. She said, little Thibodeaux, how you are, Shaq? He said, I'm fine. She said, well, where's your mama? He said, oh, my mama, she went crazy. They took her to the nut house. She said, well, what about your daddy, Shaq? Where's your daddy? Is he around here? He said, well, my daddy got drunk, got in a fight, they took him to jail. She said, Shaq, you all by yourself? He said, oh, no, I'm fine. He said, my little brother's out in the backyard. Thinks he's a chicken. She said, if your little brother thinks he's a chicken, maybe we ought to take him to the nut house too. He said, oh, no, don't do that. We need the eggs.